Could we please have the members of ASL, choir, and band please report your performance areas at this time? And ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America. At this time, please join the Peoria High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard in the posting of the colors and the performance of our national anthem, led by senior members of the PHS Choir and signed by members of the American Sign Language Club.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red garlands bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing. To welcome you to this afternoon's commencement ceremony, on behalf of the class of 2016, please welcome Senior Class President Anthony Harrell.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. Welcome to Peoria High School's 2016 graduation ceremony. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to all the parents, teachers, staff for supporting us and making this day possible. I know it wasn't easy being that we are teenagers and we know everything. Hey 2016, you guys are looking good in those green capping gowns. How many of you were tired of being at school? How many of you couldn't wait for this day to come? How many of you have missed the good times though? I miss those moments too. It went by faster than we expected. For some, it didn't go by fast enough. I remember being excited about experiencing high school for the first time, planning out my first day of high school outfit, attempting to look good, dressed to impress. Then we settled in for a week and we realized two things. One, school was still just school. And two, we were all ugly at the time. All right. Don't worry, you guys all turned out to look good though. You can thank your parents for that. I also remember losing all of our Bible classes assemblies and finally winning this year, our senior year. No more Sheriff George, no more citations in class. Panthers, don't make high school the best part of your life. This is just one of many steps. Make those that support you proud and make yourself proud. Make yourself happy. Choose a career that will make you happy. This is the day we've all been waiting for. All I have to say is 2016, we made it. PHS forever on our chest. One love.
Now to welcome you in Spanish with our traditional bienvenidos, please welcome Senior Barbara Wood.
Buenas tardes, autoridades educativas, señores, padres de familia, hermanos, compañeros, amigos. Bienvenidos todos. Me es muy grato dirigirme a ustedes en esta memorable ocasión a nombre de quienes formamos la generación 2016 para agradecer a esta gran institución, Peoria High School, por todo el apoyo brindado en nuestra preparación académica, ética, moral y deportiva. Nuestro más amplio reconocimiento a todos y cada uno de nuestros maestros por su ilimitado e invaluable apoyo. Quiero hacer mención especial del gran impulso obtenido de parte del director Bauer, así como para todo el personal que forma el área administrativa. Para todos ellos, nuestro eterno agradecimiento. Dios los bendiga. También va mi agradecimiento infinito a nuestros padres por todo el apoyo incondicional que siempre nos han otorgado. Lo mismo también para mis compañeros y amigos por los grandes momentos que vivimos juntos. Nunca los voy a olvidar. Y espero que las amistades que nacieron con la convivencia diaria continúen fortaleciéndose a través del tiempo para apoyarnos en cualquier ambiente que el futuro nos tenga reservado. Confío que en esta etapa que hoy cerramos sea preámbulo de una mucho más grande que está por iniciar. Compañeros, no claudiquemos. Fe en Dios y adelante. Una vez una pantera, siempre una pantera. Muchas gracias y hasta siempre.
At this time, we have our first musical selection from the concert band featuring the senior band members. Please sit back and enjoy a performance of On a Hymn, Song of Philip Bliss by David Holsinger. Our Peoria High School Concert Band. Peaches Concert Band. And band members may return with the graduates. You'll notice that many of our students are wearing a variety of regalia with their gowns to describe these student honors. Please welcome to the podium our Assistant Principal at Peoria High School, Mrs. Cedrica Hester.
Good afternoon. At this time, we would like to recognize the graduating seniors who are adorned with cords, ribbons, tassels, sashes, and medals. Seniors who participated in academic clubs and activities wearing the following cords and sashes. Please stand and hold your applause until all colors are recognized. White sash, National Honor Society. Red, white, blue ribbon with medal, academic scholar. Blue, yellow tassel, NHS officers. Yellow, blue entwined cord, BA leader. Please applaud these students for their academic honors. Activities, white cord, JAG, please stand. Gold, blue cord, FBLA State President. Gold sashes, FBLA National Participants. Silver, blue cord, ROTC. Black cords with yellow sash, Stuco. Red, white cord, publications. Blue, white cord, DECA, national participants. White sash, MESA. Please applaud these students for their involvement in clubs and activities.
Speaking this afternoon on behalf of the class of 2016 is our first student address presented by Miss Alyssa Linares.
Good afternoon, fellow Panthers, families, and faculty. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of 2016. We have waited for very, tiring, long, exhausting years for this very moment. How do we count the time spent together at Peoria High School? At first, we counted down the years to senior year. Then we counted by semesters, days, and then hours until graduation. Look where we are seated now. Let's take a flashback through the years. It seems like just yesterday we came in as freshmen, clueless of our surroundings and what was in store for the years to come. We were all getting comfortable with ourselves, finding new friendships, starting new relationships, trying out new things, some more appropriate than others. So what happened freshman year? Nothing significant happened because we were just freshmen. But I know everyone remembers asking our second-hour teachers to turn up the volume on announcements every Friday to listen to Friday Flow with Ollie, Tom, and Eek. Also, racing to the lunch line on Fridays for Chick-fil-A way back when we had lunch at 10:30. But who remembers freshman year anyway? Sophomore year was a year for new trends. This was the year we beat Cactus on our own field to pick us out of the how many year slump? Too many years to count. This was also the last year we had Barro's Pizza and Panther Paws. Thanks, Michelle Obama. We're upperclassmen now, junior year. We had our first prom, The Kick, on Halloween night at Cactus High School. And Ryan's keeping up with the Kardashians joke, but I'll just stop there. Senior year, the year 5 and 5 got us in, right, boys? Some of you didn't even know you were graduating until Monday because you had to retake government or econ 9 weeks ago. But most of us have been waiting for the day we receive our diploma so we can say goodbye, high school. Everyone had warned us that high school would fly by, and that's exactly what happened. Our time spent together at Peoria High School will not be remembered by grades, popularity, likes, or favorites, but by the memories we made. As we leave here and go on our separate journeys, remember the opportunity to achieve greatness is within our grasp. keep in mind that many of our social and political leaders and heroes started as an average person just like you and I. We can't leave here without a proper farewell to our lovely teachers, staff, and families that helped guide us here. Shout out to you guys. So on that note, congratulations, class of 2016. We did it.
Also speaking on behalf of the class of 2016 with our second student address, please welcome to the podium, Senior Francisca Chavez.
Thank you. Good afternoon, families, staff, teachers, and graduates. I want to start by saying congratulations. Although we've all encountered a severe case of senioritis, we still made it. Peoria High School and the people on it have taught us so much, such as Chavez teaching us that the free exercise class meant to exercise your religion. We learned so much when we weren't too busy scrolling through our phones. Our generation revolves around social media, so I apologize beforehand if you aren't fluent in the social media lingo. Most of our graduates won't be listening, but rather, thinking about not tripping on their way up to receive their diploma. So I'll make this quick. Freshman year, we walked in knowing little. We searched for friends we met on Facebook the summer before. We used to say, like my status for to be honest, or truth is. Too bad the number of likes we received couldn't be redeemed for an A in our classes. Sophomore year was a good year. We transitioned into Instagram, where we learned to double tap the things we enjoyed. I remember how devastated we all were when we learned that Chick-fil-A was no longer going to visit us on Fridays. No amount of double tapping or untapping was going to change that situation. Junior year was known as the hardest year, but I'm glad we had hashtags to get us through those rough days of college algebra or to distract us from doing our English essay that was due the next morning. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Now here we are, senior year, where the most exciting part of our day is checking if there's a new Snapchat filter we can use. Our entire existence revolves around social media, but it doesn't have to. I challenge you with this, Panthers. Put your phone down, go out and accomplish those goals you set when you're that wide-eyed, optimistic freshman. If you've been zoning in and out of this speech, now is the time to listen. As you go out into the real world, not as high school seniors who still had to ask permission to use the bathroom or pay 15 econ bucks to, but as adults and future leaders, remember that you have the power to change lives and fill the world with positivity. Reach the goals you've always dreamed of attaining. This is not the end for us, but rather the beginning of our real lives. Join me, my senior peers, and stop hiding behind those Snapchat filters, and instead aspire for self-growth and development. Thank you to our families who have put up with our weird social trends and who have come to support us and watch us complete yet another milestone. Thank you to the teachers who bend their backs for us, treat us as their own, and give us insight into who they truly are. I personally want to thank my mom, my boyfriend, and the Serwas for giving me the courage to come up and speak in front of you all. And graduates, if you feel like you have no one here, I am proud of you. And according to Bowers Dabbing, he's proud of you too. If that's not a Flashback Friday, I don't know what is. This is our time, Panthers. Congratulations, class of 2016.
Our second musical selection of the afternoon is the song Blackbird, arranged by Audrey Snyder. Let's welcome Encore and our senior members of choir.
We're singing in the dead of night.
With some more of our senior honors, let's welcome back to the microphone our assistant principal, Mrs. Cedrica Hester.
Now we would like to recognize seniors who participated in CTE are wearing the following cords and ribbons. Green ribbon, Ag Science. Please stand, seniors. Blue ribbon, Fire Science, Air Force, JROTC. Yellow ribbon, Accounting and Related Services. Red, black cord, Sports Medicine, Head Student Trainer. Orange cord, Sports Medicine Program. Seniors, please applaud these seniors. Thank you. Seniors who participated in performing arts programs are wearing the following cords. Pink cord, band. Purple green, choir. Pink and black, National Dance Honor Society. Please give these seniors a round of applause. Thank you. Seniors who participated in community service projects are wearing red. They donated 3 or more times per year. Please stand, seniors, to be recognized. Please applaud these seniors. Thank you.
And with our third student address of the afternoon, speaking on behalf of the class of 2016, please welcome Miss Sydney Jenner.
Good afternoon, family, friends, teachers, administration, loved ones, hopefully the attractive vending machine guy, and of course, my graduating class of 2016. It is an honor to be standing before you today and to have the opportunity to speak on behalf of a truly unique group of individuals who I get to call my classmates. I would like to start this speech by saying I put it together like every essay I ever wrote for English class, the night before it was due. I had planned for my final assignment as a high school student to be one I worked on for multiple days and nights, hopefully to make up for the last 4 years of procrastinating. But of course, life doesn't go according to plan, and I was up until 2 a.m. writing away frantically on a tear-stained piece of paper, and suddenly it felt like I was in Mr. Day's class once again. But as I went through that dreaded pre-writing process and tried to fill in a flow map of my ideas, I realized life doesn't go according to plan. A perfect example of this is how I dreamed my 4 years of high school would go. I thought I would walk onto campus in 2012 as the cute, nerdy girl who the star basketball player fell for, while we broke into song and dance at totally unnecessary times, all while simultaneously sticking to the status quo. Kinda like some High School Musical or something. But after the letdown of realizing Troy Bolton wasn't going to come and sweep me off my feet for senior prom, I realized my life did not go according to this plan. Except for maybe the nerd part. I have now realized it is impossible to have a plan set for yourself when the future is always changing. If things don't go the way you wanted, remember that failure is essential to your success. You will fail 100 times more than you will ever succeed. But when you do succeed, it will feel 1,000 times better, and it won't be because of the plan you had set in front of you. It will be because of your determination and quite possibly a bit of luck. For the last 6 months now, you have probably heard the questions. Where are you going to school? What are you majoring in? What do you want to do with your life? And I'll let you in on a little bit of a secret. It's okay not to know. Chances are you're going to change your major, you're going to change your school. But the beauty of our lives is the future is always changing. Whether that be us heading off to college in unfamiliar territory, possibly joining the military to serve our country, or even entering the workforce after graduation. It's okay if your plan changes. It probably will multiple times. But throughout our 4 years at Peoria, we have learned that life isn't going to go according to plan. Whether that be not escaping the wrath of George, even though you borrowed your friend's ID, or having to perform a fake birth in Chavez's class, even though you were only 20 seconds late. We learned this lesson when we beat Cactus 2 times, but not the third. And we learned this lesson as we filled out college applications and looked at the dawning cost of tuition. But overall, our 4 years at Peoria have prepared us for our ever-changing future and wherever life will take us. So whether you were the star athlete or the top mathlete, Peoria has left its mark on every single one of us as we prepare for the real world. So class of 2016, I have one last question for you. Whose house? Thank you.
At this time, we'd like to welcome to the podium, in his senior year at Peoria High School, our principal, Mr. Paul Bauer.
Welcome, class of 2016 and guests. At this time, I'd like to recognize some of the folks that are sitting up here on the podium. Joining us today are Peoria Unified Governing Board member David Jonigan, Peoria Unified Superintendent Dr. Dennis Santarelli, Deputy Superintendent Dr. Heather Cruz, unfortunately, a graduate of some other school that begins with a C that we won't mention, our CFO, Mr. Ken Hicks. He's a good guy, even though he went to Cactus. And, of course, my boss, Mr. Bob Keegle. I'd like to formally recognize our secretary, Mrs. Bruce. She's in the back in the yellow dress. Mr. Camacho, Mrs. McCullum, and all the other office folks that are sitting over there for their behind-the-scenes work to make this day a special day for you. Let's give them a round of applause. And of course, Mr. Hill, who is doing his 33rd year of announcing Peoria High School graduations. And as he mentioned, like many of you, I am completing my 4th year at Peoria's first and best high school. During this time, we have seen victories on the athletic fields and the courts, dramatic theater performances, outstanding musical and dance performances in our PAC. We've achieved awards and recognitions for our artwork, some of it being displayed in the city of Phoenix right now, some of our MESA projects, and of course our CTE teams and other FBLA and DECA teams. We've fed and clothed the hungry. We've literally shared our blood, being one of the top donating high schools in the state. We've cared for the less fortunate, and we've challenged each other to live and act beyond what we thought possible. I am proud of your accomplishments, and I'm honored and proud to have known you as fine young men and women. We've had several staff members who will be moving on to new opportunities this summer, including Mr. Zabrowski, Colonel Yates, Mrs. Scott, Mrs. Peck, Mrs. Christner, Mrs. Groh, and Mrs. Chamberlain. And I wanted to take this opportunity to thank them for their dedication and service to Peoria High School. Peoria High School and the Northwest Valley and the city of Peoria is better because of your efforts, ladies and gentlemen. One of the great things about Peoria High School is one of the wonderful many traditions that have developed over nearly a century of serving students and families. At this time, I'd like to recognize some of our graduates and their families who've had 3 or more immediate family members graduate from Peoria High School. Please stand when your names are called. Hold your, hold your applause till all of the names have been announced. 3 family members: Keenan Albert, Solomon Arona, Najee Clark, Mateo Cordero, Peter DeMondo III, Michaela Dunbar, Sierra Erickson, Anthony Flores, Tadeo Garza, Marco Hernandez, Thomas Madrid, Olivia Arona, Monique Renteria, Adriana Romero, Hayden Swenson, and Ariana Valdez. 3 or more. Thank you, families. We have a couple folks with 4 family members: Andrew Alcantar and Megan Bohannon. 5 family members: Bailey Frierson, Alyssa Lamone, and Mariah Castro. And we have one student here who will be the 8th. 7 previous family members have graduated from Peoria High School. That's Francis Garcia. Now, of these names, it's interesting to note that we have several family members in attendance who graduated 50 years ago. Alyssa Lamone's grandmother, Rufina Flores, graduated from Peoria in 1966, as did Monique's grandfather, John Fernando Transflenia, in 1966. But graduating 52 years ago was Andrew Alcantar's grandfather, Ray Alcantar. One of the strengths of Peoria High School, and indeed the Peoria Unified School District, is the support that we enjoy from our families and communities. So moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, thank you for your faith in Peoria High School. Teachers, please stand. Henry Ford, the founder of the Ford Motor Company and the sponsor of the assembly line, once remarked, if he asked people what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. Teachers like Mr. Ford, your visionary leadership, instructional skills, passion, dedication, and work ethic has ensured that the students sitting before us have been provided every opportunity to prepare for their amazing future. Students, your teachers have laughed with you, cried with you, cheered you, scolded you, and guided you and celebrated you. They have helped you realize that school is so much more than quadratic equations, Beowulf, and discussions in econ about whether or not there is such a thing as free lunch. They serve not only as coaches, but as sponsors and advisors. They've helped you begin to just barely realize your unlimited potential. They are emotionally invested in your success and hold you and themselves to the highest standards. Like Mr. Ford, they see the future every day when you walk into our campus. They see the future in your eyes, in your hearts, and in your minds. Graduates, let's honor and recognize the best teachers in the Peoria Unified Districts at this time. And finally, we would like to recognize and thank our families. We'd like to thank them for trusting us with their most valuable resource and possession, you. High school is not always easy, but the love and support your parents and families have provided have helped you become model citizens and great Panthers. Last week, we honored a number of students who have received scholarships and awards. Well over $6 million has been awarded to the class of 2016, and nearly $800,000 of that to our avid seniors. If you've received an award or scholarship, would you please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. Students, you may find it interesting that over 80% of you will be attending a post-secondary school. 5% will be protecting us and serving our country in the armed forces, and 15% will move immediately into the workforce. Of these students who receive scholarship, we want to recognize a couple of them right now. If you are in the top 10% of the Peoria High School graduating class of 2016, please stand and be recognized. Well done. You may be seated. Now, if you are in the top 5%, please stand. Top 5. And now I'd like to recognize the top 1% of the graduating seniors of the class of 2016. Tyler Clark, Sarah Lee, and Aaron Madonia. Well done. We're proud of you. As I mentioned earlier, Mr. Ford founded the Ford Motor Company and pioneered the use of the assembly line to produce the first automobile that average Americans could afford. He was very wealthy and known throughout the world. What you might not know about him is that, like many of you, he was a first-generation American. His parents came from another country, and both sets of grandparents came from another country. He failed at a number of business ventures and in a bid for Congress, and yet he founded a company that in 2008 was worth $188 billion, that's with a B, dollars. He created high-paying jobs for his employees, almost doubling the current wage of the day. In addition, he was a race car driver, setting the land speed record, and was one of the early founders of the Indianapolis 500. So graduates, I need you to follow Mr. Ford's lead. Don't think about yesterday and wish for a faster horse. Work tirelessly for impacting your world for future greatness and for generations to come. Not just for yourself, but for your classmates, community, and country. You will no doubt fail as Mr. Ford did many times, but keep an eye on the future and work hard to create a legacy that drives for all of our futures. Dr. Santarelli and Mr. Jonigan, would you please join me at the podium? And now, with pride and pleasure as principal of Peoria High School, I certify that each one of these students has met the requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Arizona and the Peoria Unified School District. I present this class to you as representative of the Peoria Unified Governing Board, Mr. Jonigan, and I respectfully request that you accept these graduates and that you confer diplomas upon them.
You know, when Principal Bauer allowed me the opportunity to come out here today, he indicated the Panthers had a lot of pride and would no doubt entertain me throughout the day, and my goodness, you have. You got to help me out with this, the cap, the decoration of the cap. This is awesome. I haven't seen this yet. And can you do me a quick favor? Can you just turn around? I would love to take a quick picture of all the caps in one group setting here. Thank you. A lot of spirit indeed, that's for sure. Also, I know he hates this, but Dr. Santarelli, for 30 plus years has been in this district, superintendent for 10 or so, and this is his last graduation ceremony for Peoria as he retires. And I just want to say on behalf of the governing board how much we truly appreciate your leadership and your guidance, and we will sorely miss you. Having said all that, on behalf of the governing board of the Peoria Unified School District and by the authority vested in me by the state of Arizona, I accept this recommendation that Peoria High School class of 2016 has met the requirements for graduation. Mr. Bauer, please present the graduates to receive their diplomas.
All right, get ready for your cue. Graduates, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Barbara Marcella Wood.
Mackenzie Ann Spalding.
Francisca Natalie Chavez.
Jake Alexander Charlton.
Lindsay K. Brassel.
Anthony Terrence Harrell.
Caleb Lane Brown.
Alyssa Julianne Linares.
Kaylee Jane Carragher.
Sydney Ann Jenner.
Jasmine Diaz Juarez.
Keenan Albert.
Tatum LeRae Forrest.
Carlos Daniel Castañeda Peña.
Monique Brianne Headland.
Isaac Michael Chavez.
Giancarlo Mercado Islalva.
Philip Blaine George.
Gabriella Karen Johnson.
Lisette Adriana Gill.
Simon Lewin.
Sarah Elizabeth Latham.
Kylie Eloise Ogden.
Giovanna Diane Romani.
Joy Oslona Okizi.
Raven Nathaniel Ruiz.
Dante Patrick Thomas Rowe.
Ashley Nicole Snyder.
Ferdo Omar Ali.
Ariana Kathleen Taylor.
Sarah Abdul Razak Al Jaziri.
Isaiah Roger Acosta.
Malik Jonathan Allen.
Luis Adame.
Mary Ellen Zabala.
Martin Andres Aguero.
Adrian Andrew Anaya.
Tanya Aguirre.
Marcos Adam Anchondo.
Andrew Reyes Peyton Alcantar.
Adriana Eileen Brashears.
Jose Guadalupe Jr. Andrade.
Austin Lee Briggs.
Mariah Escobedo Armenta.
Gabriel Razo.
Michael Aronov.
Anthony Dimitri Cabrales.
Solomon Savi Arona.
Daniel Antonio Camacho.
Cecilia Cruz Arroyo.
Jessica Yvonne Camacho.
Nelly Arroyo Besaril.
Edward Camarena.
Zuri Agustin.
Robert Wayne Kamak.
Robert Todd Bacon.
Caitlin Marie Cardenas.
Eris Monique Bailey.
Alex Kobe Carranza.
Aaron Michael Barnwell.
Mariah Mercedes Castro.
Josephine Mist Berry.
Oscar Xavier Chapa.
Benedict Olabode Bediku.
Beatrice Emilia Shavira.
Dana Sherelle Black Sheep.
Sierra Irene Christman.
Brianna Lee Blasco.
Wesley Michael Christmas.
Compassion Winley.
Pierre Ferdinando Sinotto.
Keon Marquise Body.
Hernan Benitez Cisneros.
Megan Sinead Bohannon.
Naji Adajian Clark.
Angelica Olivia Bonilla.
Tyler David Clark.
Christopher Jason Booker.
Cutter Ryan Clute.
Cheyenne Boudreau.
Carly McKenna Earl.
Julissa Guadalupe Contreras.
Travis John Eastridge.
Mateo Agustin Cordero.
Jeffrey John Enteman.
Jaylene Cordova Gillen.
Sierra Jordan Erickson.
Marco Antonio Cortez.
Noah Michael Erickson.
Jacob Martinez Cruz.
Marisela Esperanza Escalera.
Brandon Levi Curtis.
Miraya Alexis Escobedo.
Seth Darrow.
Daniel Andres Espinosa.
Diego Eduardo de la Huerta.
Denise Espinosa.
Alexis Machan de la Mora.
Henry Gabriel Espinosa.
Selena Delgado Ordaz.
Alberto Fernandez Jr.
Peter Demondo III.
Lucas Jacob Ferreira.
Dustin Lee Devaney.
Samantha Marie Finch.
Gerardo Andres Diaz.
Caitlin Lee Finger.
Brandon Thomas Dickens.
Cody Lane Flanders.
Richard Ronald Dodge.
Andrew DeMarcus Flores.
Erica Ray Dominguez.
Anthony Ray Flores.
Ian Matthew Doyle.
Candace Lynette Foster.
Michaela Aaron Dunbar.
Bailey Vaughn Frierson.
Roland Dushika.
Javon Maceo Freeman.
David James Dijkstra.
Anthony Jacob Guevara.
Leslie Fuentes.
Kimberly Gutierrez.
Tony Lavon Galbraith Jr.
Deja Renee Hampton.
Francis Garcia.
Morgan Christine Harmon.
Jacob Alexander Garcia.
Stephen James Harsha.
Luis Manuel Garcia.
Gia He.
Stephanie Garibaldi Perez.
Sydney Levi Helms.
Christian Arzola Garza.
Jacqueline Lindsay Hembry.
Tadeo Jesus Garza.
Michael Robert Herkshin.
Nylasia Giovanna Wilkes.
Rodel Jr. Hernandez.
Adam Munir Gazauna.
Marco Hernandez.
Elijah Josquin Gibson.
Rafael Theodore Herrera.
Adrian Gonzalez.
Jonathan Herrera Corral.
Albert Anthony Gonzalez.
Joshua Michael Herval.
David Antonio Gonzalez.
Alaya Brene Holly.
Cameron Nathan Goodine.
Deborah Valerie Lavon Holston.
Shelby Rochelle Gordon.
Robert Leon Horton.
Jaden Brendan Rashad Gowan Swisher.
Emily Novella Houts.
Jada Monet Constance Green.
Lamis Basim Ishtwe.
John Michael Green.
Corey Andrew Jackson.
Cynthia Monique Guerrero.
Joseph Aaron Lechuga.
Precious Unique Jackson.
Elisa Mia Limon.
Michaelin Guadalupe Jaquez.
George Enrique Limon.
Samantha Danielle Jimenez.
Gilbert Ramon John Lopez.
Ariel Cheyenne Jones.
Javier Lopez.
Joseph Dean Jordan.
Cindy Israeli Lopez Moreno.
Austin Jerome Kaufman.
Eddie Lopez Munguia.
Jared Michael Keenan.
Chanel Bell McMonigal.
Michaela Kristen Keith.
Erin Pauline Madonia.
Tristan Scott Kelly.
Thomas Jacob Madrid.
John Patrick Kenny.
Jacob Ruben Cameron Maland.
Travis Michael Kerber.
Anthony Joe Maldonado.
Chelsea Riley King.
Jennifer Janet Maldonado.
Isaac Arcadio Koenig.
Alyssa Yasmin Martinez.
Oscar Alexander Michael Langford.
Andrew Joel Martinez.
Mira Magdi Reteb Lawendi.
Brianna Star Martinez.
Monica Magdi Reteb Lewendi.
Desiree Ann Martinez.
Callista Jane Lazaret.
Judith Martinez.
Benjamin Aaron Lazier.
Daniel Vasquez Martinez Jr.
Sarah Nguyen Lee.
Patricia Lorraine McClung.
Frank Joseph Leal III.
Marcus Anthony Murieta.
Brandon Andrew Lee McCune.
Julissa Naomi Navarrete.
Samantha Marie McFadden.
Joseph Austin Nye.
Julia Paige McAnally.
Anderson Nguyen.
Urji Bonso Miso.
Andrew Nguyen.
Cassandra Corina Mendoza.
Phong Tan Nguyen.
Julian Xavier Mendoza Morales.
Trang Thuy Nguyen.
Sienna Janelle Miller.
Casey Jordan Nightswanger.
Samantha Lena Moeller.
Thomas Nathaniel Noriega.
Vincent Joseph Yeager.
Christopher Ocampo Penalosa.
Abigail Morales Martinez.
Febronia Oraja.
Christina Ann Gomez.
Danielle Gabriela Ori.
Alyssa Marie Moran.
Tenacity Angelina Ori.
Christian Abraham Moreno.
Olivia Marie Orona.
Shania Marquez Moreno.
Isaiah Henry Orozco.
Jonathan Iban Moite Garcia.
Ricardo Benitez Orozco.
Khalik Zaki Mohammed.
Angel David Ortega.
Kyle Bryant Mullenix Grimes.
Chad Maurice Oxford.
Javier Jesus Munguia.
Emily Michelle Hoyos.
Nadeja Imani Munir.
Anthony Xavier Pacheco.
Eduardo Medina Muniz.
Alejandra Monique Rivera.
Carlos Eduardo Pacheco.
Fernando Rivera.
Maria Elena Padilla Sebastian.
Kaylee Renee Robinson.
Philip Eugene Parks II.
Alfonso Manuel Robles.
Esmeralda Payan.
Crystal Berenice Robles.
Luis Daniel Paz Martinez.
Alexis Monique Rodriguez.
Alyssa Brian Perez.
Cesar Hector Rodriguez.
Natalie Giselle Perez Fernandez.
Mariah Sierra Rojas.
Alyssa Cheyenne Perry.
Jocelyn Marie Rojas Ramirez.
Selena Adriana Pinon.
Adriana Renee Romero.
Tristan Cosmo Vincent Pistoia.
Adriana Daniela Ruiz.
Cassandra Quinones.
Janelle Gabriela Ruiz.
Isaiah Daniel Quintero.
Myra S. Ruiz.
Alexis Brianna Ramirez.
Viviana Perez Ruiz.
Sofia Marie Ramirez.
Eddie Sabanbona.
Jonathan Ramos.
Jamela Sadiku.
Parosh Karim Rashid.
Yulissa Brianna Salado.
Monique Andrea Renteria.
Brianna Monique Salas Barron.
Angel Reyes.
Celeste Alexis Salcido Sanchez.
Allison Brianne Richline.
Stephanie Salgado.
Banette Rios Rosas.
David Torres.
Isaí Salgado Felix.
Aurora Rose Trahern.
Diamond Unique Sanders.
Ruben Urias Jr.
Israel Sandoval.
Angel Fabian Valadez.
Zachary Michael Sapien.
Ariana Dominique Valdez.
Daisy Joe Saucedo.
Diana Valdez.
Robert Kyle Saubre.
Isabel Valdez.
Corey Graham Schlack.
Tanner Joshua Wright.
Samantha Corral Segovia.
Brianna Laura Baladares Gutierrez.
Kelsey Deanne Smith.
Nicholas Anthony Valtierra.
Melissa Renee Smith.
Austin James Van Cleve.
Stefan Sabat.
Brenda Sylvia Vasile.
Zaire Gerson Soto.
Luis Palomares Vega.
Osiris Isaiah Stewart.
Reina Calderon Velasquez.
Paul Thomas Sullivan.
Julian Ventresca.
Hayden Scott Swenson.
Eric Villalpando.
Tahora TK Tarvin.
Elizabeth Christine Villegas.
Xavier Tejeda.
Kimberly Denise Washington.
Jose Luis Tercero Jr.
Zachary Walter Watt.
Kevin Lane Thomas.
Terrell Deshay Whitfield.
Jose Carlos Toledo.
Connor Troy Wynn.
Patrick Loper.
Jason Ray Yanes.
Rebecca Lois Bob. Angel Valenzuela.
Class of 2016. Please move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you Peoria High School's graduating class of 2016.
Graduates are exiting the stadium. I'd like to introduce you to the newest class of alumni of Peoria High School. Remember, once a Panther, always a Panther. I would like to ask all of the parents, you may exit the stadium at this time. Your graduates will be meeting you just outside of the stadium. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the commencement ceremony of the class of 2016 Peoria High School.